Welcome, beautiful soul, to the power of Dua, and thank you for watching. This is Atieng, and I am thankful to be here again today. I'm thankful for you, I'm thankful for me, and I hope that all of you are doing well in your spiritual journey in raising your energy. Today, we are on a very powerful journey to learn 5 ways of how to sow your spiritual seeds. So I'm going to share with you 5 ways of how I sow my spiritual seeds so that you will be able to know how to sow your spiritual seeds. So watch this video from beginning to the end because this video is going to help you. So yeah, one day ago I talked about how to be good farmers. Yes, I talk about how to be good farmers, and I also quote on the three seeds on about the parable of seeds in the Bible. The parable of seeds in the Bible. So I did share about the three seed, the seed that fell on the footpath, the seed that fell on the shallow ground, and the good seed that fell on the good soil, the good ground. Today is about how to sow the seeds. Yeah, the spiritual seed. I know that all of us want to go to heaven. We want to be with God. We want to live a good life. We want to enjoy peace. We want to enjoy love. But to enjoy peace and love in this world, it desires you and me to sow a spiritual seed. Because that exactly a good seeker will do. A seeker who wants to attain love and peace. Godly love and peace. So today I would like to share with you 5 steps of how I sow my spiritual seeds. Okay? Everything is about knowing how to start things. When a farmer goes to the field to plant vegetable, fruit, there are always steps before the farmer will go to the field. There are always process from 1 to 3 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. So when the farmer go to the field to sow some seed, you see, what they do, their first step is to identify a good field to go and plant. And then identify the good seed that are going to be planted, okay? And then they begin to sow the seed and also look after those vegetable, fruit, protecting them from the pest and disease. And then the last is to harvest them. In Africa, when I used to watch my mom and dad planting the crops, okay? Crops, okay? there are a different way of how they plant the crops. First, they have to wait for the rain, okay, in the rain season, for them to start sowing, okay. So the same thing with the spiritual seed, okay. So the spiritual seed, when we start sowing, first we have an idea that we want to go to heaven. We want to become one with God because we are suffering and we want to end the suffering. And the only way to end the suffering is to be with God. Okay? So that is our idea. But how to go to heaven, to be with God, is preparing to sow the seed. So the first step to start sowing the seed is to be a good seeker. Yes, being a true good seeker. That is the first step. And in that first step, there have to be a knowledge in it. And the knowledge in it is that you are the one who want to sow yourself. Okay? You want to sow yourself and grow yourself. You're the one who want to sow yourself and grow yourself. That is the first step. So second step is the preparation. The preparation. The preparation is the understanding that the place that you need to sow is from the world, from your lower self. That way you need to sow this seed. You are not going to sow in heaven where God is. You are not going to sow in the air. You are not going to sow under the wall. You are going to sow inside you, the lowest you. In another word, the lower self, your lower mind. Okay? That is where you sow, you're going to sow this seed. Because when you come in heaven, when you come from heaven as a soul, you come as a powerful soul with everything about you. Your power, your knowledge, your peace, your love, your joy. But you enter into a place where there is a reduced joy, very little joy, very little love, very little peace. And that place is the world, the body. Okay? This place, the world, the body. So when you enter this world, okay, it's like you enter the prison. Because the house you are in is not your house. Either somebody else's house. And this house is not a place where you can express who you are. Yes, the lowest place, the lower consciousness. This is where you are. But you want to come out because you want to express yourself. So to express yourself is to sow from this lowest you. That way you start sowing. That is step 2. Step 3. Now, to sow the seed. Now you know you got to sow here. What are you going to do? What is the water? Where is the water? Where is the soil? Where is everything to sow this seed? The water, the soil, and all those you need is to practice. Carrying out the practices. Deep breathing exercise, physical exercise, yoga, eating healthy, read book, listening to the teacher, Follow the guidance. Okay? That is number 3. Number 4, you got to be ready with the nutrients or vitamins to nurture this fruit, this seed. This seed, it need to be protected from the disease. It need to be protected from the pest. It need to be protected from the bird, so the bird don't eat it. Okay, so you got to be ready with vitamin, with nutrients to nurture this seed. Okay, those nutrients are humility. Be humble. Humble yourself. Okay, humble yourself. Humility will help you nurture this fruit. That is nutrients number 1. Nutrient number 2, be determined. Be show interest in what you do. Love what you're doing, your spiritual practice. Do not skip today, like telling yourself you're tired, you're going to do it tomorrow. Do it every day. Consistent practice. Consistent practice. Number 3. We are still in nutrients, vitamin. Gratefulness. Be grateful. Be thankful. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for your spiritual gift. Be thankful for you. Be thankful for those little things you have. Whatever you don't have that moment you're practicing, you are still broke. You are broke. You are going through a lot. Be thankful for what you're doing. That is number 4. And those are the vitamins, the nutrients that you use to nurture the spiritual seed, so it's not eaten by the bird. It's not gonna die from the sunburn. Okay, and lastly, you will attend your seed. The seed has grown, and now you have to harvest it. How you harvest it? You have grown spiritually. You have grown in peace. You have grown in love. You have grown in joy. And those are what we look for. Okay? You have a complete joy. You have a complete love, complete peace. Those exactly are what we look for. Because that are you. That are your nature as a soul. When you attain this means you come to the balance. You come to a balance where you are not shaken by fear. You come to a balance where you are not shaken by jealousy, by envy, by depression, by stress, by anxiety. Anything that is lower than you, they will not shake you. Because all those energies that are attached to your lower mind are lower than you. You are the highest. Peace, love, and joy, that you. Those are you. Those are your personality. Okay? You will attain this, become stable in your mind and in your body. And those are the steps I have used to sow my spiritual seeds. I hope I am clear in this. And if you have a question, if you are looking for the ways of practices, the self-discipline, deep breathing exercise. If you have any question, just leave your question under this video and I will be back to you in the next video. I appreciate your support. Enjoy, have peace and be well. Peace. Don't nearly awake.